Tavex. I had to move. I had to move. Let me see, make sure that's not even. Yeah, I had to move. I had to move from the pool table. I had to move over here to the little kitchen section because I changed the curtains little while ago, and they're very light curtains, and the light is going to make it hard for you to see this. What I want to show you. So PM Johnson's in the house, Tyvex. I didn't tell anybody that I was on because this is going to be a quick video. But since you are already on, because I was getting ready to start immediately. But I'll just see, I'll text a couple people. We'll wait 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and greet people when they come in the room. It's always a pleasure to have you. If nobody comes in the room, it'll just be me and you. So that'll be it. Shark Tank in the house. What's up, my nigga? Uh, this one, I didn't think that. I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to wait for anybody to come to the room. I said, let me, because I got to go later on today. So I said, let me try to get a video in. This should be my 600 video on this second channel. So I said, let me get that video in before I go, because where I'm going, there's too much noise, and I won't be able to make a video. And since we're living in these end times, I'm not saying what exact part of time we're in, Jacob's trouble, or whatever. Saying that, I said, why wait? Let me put the videos out when something comes to me. Something came to me last night, so I said, let me show this. And this is an example of being careful. And I told this on my channel several times before, not making it as a video, but I said I'm gonna make it as a video. It's not gonna be a long video. It's like a 6-minute clip, 6-minute and change clip. I'm gonna give my commentary. I'm gonna just read one verse, and I'm gonna say the other ones out of the coconut because nothing else needs to be said. But this needs to be said. So let me just wait. We're at 3 minutes. Greet each other as you come in the room. And I moved to a different spot because if I were to stay by that pool table that I never use, it's just an ornament in my house. The lights will be on these laptops, and it's gonna be hard for you to see. So I moved over here. Usually at night or whenever, Young King in the house, Top X, usually I do later videos. The sun is not out. The sun is in this back section here where I do my videos. The light is beaming over there. It will mess the glare, too much glare. I want to show this video, so I had to move to this section so that it won't be so glaring. Got 3 strong Hebrews in the house. Maybe just be us 3, and that's all we need. It's a little remnant. Tavex, period, becoming one. Tavex. See, this is why I keep showing you the ring. At the little inscription, you can see it. It says Tavex. My knuckles are not ashy. Tavex, purity becoming one. That's what Israel needs. Peace comes afterward. What do we got? We got 4 minutes and a half. We'll give them like 3 more minutes. I'll start this quick video, go right to the point. A little quick little note. Okay. And this needs to be said because listen, my videos and my notes and my video. All you guys are little mini me Koheleths. All you got to do is, I did the Most High driven me to do all this work, write all these notes, study all these hours and hours and hours every single day to make it simple so that you can go into the Hiwana Island 2 law school, and know his laws and strive. Listen, look at me, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but guess what? I strive to be perfect in the best manner that I possible, and I'm hanging on with both hands and two monkey feet. I'm hanging on real tight for his mercy. That he sees that I'm striving to try to fear him and keep his commandments. I'm striving to try to, those who gain wisdom shine as bright as the firmament. Those that turn people to righteousness shine as bright as the stars forever and ever. I'm embarking on a new mission. My new mission is, like I told you, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people, they don't talk about Solomon too much because, oh, he had a lot of women, and I'm not mentioning it because of that. He had a lot of women, and he listened to the women, he did them bad things and all that stuff. But you don't understand the favor of the Most High never leaves Solomon. It left Saul. Moses said he ain't gonna do what he did to Saul to Solomon. Solomon's gonna be forever. So Solomon is, to me, after King David, and of course Shem, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and all the major and minor prophets are all important to me. But the order that I have is King David, Abraham, Solomon, Isaac and Jacob, and all the major and minor prophets, and of course Moses and Joshua and Caleb. But I try to follow Solomon because he's the wisest man to ever think. That's what it says. You read it, I read it. So I'm trying to memorize all the key things, the important things that Solomon said, and put it in my life. So it's another hard task because I've been doing this for a while on this channel. All right. Today should be my 600th video on this channel. That's a lot of damn videos. And it took a lot to get most of all those 600 videos, Bible scriptures in my head. I got most of them in my head. But now I'm embarking on a new challenge. And I asked the Most High that he brings it to me. I want to encapsulate the wisdom of Solomon that was just given in here. Just copy it and put it in my mind and be able to regurgitate it and be able to live it out. That's what I'm doing now. So I'm studying. I've read Proverbs and Ecclesiastes many times in the past, but I'm reading it again with a different perspective, a different program, which is to summarize Ecclesiastes, summarize Proverbs, then memorize it, then apply it to my life in everyday life. I have one shot at this life here, and I want it to count. Everything else doesn't count. All right, we're going to start at 8 minutes. It seems like we got 4 people in the room. That's all we need. Todd Vex, shout out to P.M. Johnson. He was on deck first. Shark Tank was on second. Young King was third. Biblically Vesicle fourth in line. That's all we need. Listen, this video is, I even forgot the title of the video because I'm rushing today. I've told you, you need to be careful. And you need to be careful jumping from different moray teacher. Koheleth is the same word for moray and teacher. I don't like to use, I'm not a follower. I like to use things different. And I take it from a different perspective. I like Solomon. So, he refers himself as a Koheleth type of teacher. And since he was the one that had all the wisdom in the world, I'm going to be a teacher like him. I don't want to be him because nobody can be him, but I want to be a little mini me of him when it comes to wisdom. So that's why I'm embarking on my new Proverb and Ecclesiastes challenge. See, I'll put that challenge on TikTok or YouTube. It'll go nowhere because these are demons. These are non-law keeping demons. They were like, what is he talking about? I ain't following all these damn rules and laws and ordinances. Nah, that's a dumb challenge. To Hebrew on the island too, a new Yeshua Israel is the best challenge that I could ever be in. And that's what I'm embarking on. What I'm going to give you today is the perfect example to be careful. This video is about me giving you the perfect example why you should be careful. I can't write everything in the title because I got a small amount of space, so I have to try to figure it out, take words out, but I'm explaining it to you. I'm going to present to you the perfect example why you need to be careful. A lot of you people, I had people in my past on this channel, and they would come to my channel, but they'll send me something from i.s.u.p.k. Hey, I'm looking at them like cockeyed, like these are chocolate covered Christians. These are blasphemers. These are idolaters. Not idolatry with their wives, with the Most High in His law. Stop switching from teacher to teacher, bouncing everywhere, especially if you don't got this down packed in cement. If you wavering back and forth, that's how you're going to be swept up in the waves, in the current, and taken back out. I was in Mexico a long, long time ago. I don't know, about 35 years ago. I don't know, 35 years, 40 years, I don't know. 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And I went on a vacation to Mexico. And I said, let me see if I can go walk. I want to see how far I can walk out where I can get the water up to like here or here. And what I did, I still in the house, Talvec. This is the perfect example of why you need to be careful. Well, when I went way, way out there, I was testing the water. That's what a lot of you niggas do. That's what a lot of you Hebrews do. Well, I want to test this teacher. I want to test this teacher. Oh, it sounds right. It's safe. Whatever. So what I did was I walked out into the ocean in Mexico. I was in Cancun. And I walked out. I said, I want to see how far I can get. And it's safe. It's safe. I'm going deeper. It's safe. It's safe. It's safe. I said, wow. I was at my tippy toes. Wow. I was like, ugh. I said, it's still safe. Yo, and then you know what happened? The current must have moved and switched, and it started pulling me out into the deep water. And back then, 30, I could swim, but not good, not strong. And I was already out far, like where, you got to know how to swim. And you know what I had to do quickly in my head? I had to pray to God, to the Most High. I said, Most High, please don't kill me. Please don't take me out. This current is pulling me like a vacuum out. And it's like I can't fight it, and I can't. And then I was able, after a little while of struggling and sweating in the water, I was able to get back, and I said, I'll never do that shit again. This is why I'm making this video. This is the perfect example why you need to be careful. A lot of you guys want to talk to me about the book of Enoch, about Jubilees, about the Apocrypha, about this, that, and you don't have this right. You'll be like me trying to test the water out there in Mexico, trying to go far out as possible on my tippy toes, not knowing that there's undercurrents and it's going to take my ass out where the sharks and the manta rays are at, waiting, and crabs. I only need to find out one time. I'm not stupid. I said, you know what? I'll never do that shit again. And next time, if I would do that, I would have a life jacket on so that, hey, I would be at least on top. I could breathe and I won't be underwater. I'll be on top of the water, and a little bit of swimming I could do, I can make it back. But a lot of you guys are not like that even now. Not you guys on here, but guys that may be, and women that may be watching, you can't even make it back in with a life jacket because you're not founded, you're not grounded in the Tanakh, the Torah, which is the first 5 books, the Nevi'im, which are the prophet writings, the Ketuvim, which are all the other writings outside of the law and the prophet writings. Rules, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Chronicles, Daniel, Rules, etc. You're not grounded. So that's why I'm telling you to be careful. Switching from theater. You can say, oh, he's just saying that so we don't look for another teacher. I don't care about subscribership. Look at I've been in this game on this channel for about 4 years, and I'm just gonna reach, hopefully, 1,000 subscribers. 4 years? This just proves me more and more that it's only a remnant that's coming back. Remember, 600,000 left Egypt and only 70 made it into the promised land. Can somebody tell me what's the percentage of 600,000 versus the 70 only making it in? What is that percentage? What's that ratio? What's that percentage? It's way under 1%. So I don't care if you guys, whoever, I'm gonna go to a camp. I'm gonna go to this foray. Go, nigga. I have a job to do. My job is to fear the Most High, keep His commandments, to help people gain wisdom and walk in righteousness towards the Most High, because that's what He wants. He wants praise, glory, reverence, magnification, exaltation. It's my job. He's not gonna tell me, well, you only got 1,000 subscribers after 4 or 5 years. This, as you can see, there's no twerking going on here. It's not a guy smoking hookah saying Scooby-Doo, ooh, cool, what's up, nigga, talking like that to get you guys hooked like regular internet, like TikToks, the videos, and all these things that go viral. There's none of that, because you know what? This is boring to the world. There's only going to be 70. I'm only making the thing. I'm not saying there's going to be an actual 70. I'm showing you the low percentage that is going to come to the Most High, the way He wants you to come to Him, not the way you want to go to Him. Because I've talked to people on the phone, they be telling me, yeah, but I don't think it's not about feelings, it's about facts. The factual knowledge that you find in the scripture is in contrary to what you think and what you feel. So I don't care about how many subscriberships. I'm glad I'm reaching 1,000. I think I got 3 or 2 more to make 1,000. But 4 years, this is not popular. What you're involved in, PM Johnson, Shark Tank, Young King, Biblical Vesicle, and Rasta Hill is not a popular thing. Believe me, you can't go in a party and say, hey, people, hey, everybody, let's sit down and let's discuss the law. They're like, yo, get this nigga out of here. Nah, we ain't here for that. Smoking the hookah. They don't care about that. And the girl going, they don't care about this. And guess what? I don't care about the subscribership because it's not about this. I know that there's only a remnant. Let me get back to the topic. This is a perfect example why you need to be careful. Now listen, I'm going to bring up this person. Don't think I'm talking about them. They ain't no damn cloud chasing or nothing. It just happened to be a perfect example. And my notes are my videos are my notes. I don't really talk to bro. I hope like he stopped talking to me because I told him a while ago about this thing that he's doing. King David in the house. Whatever you missed, watch it. We're already at 18 minutes. So you missed some. This is the perfect example why you need to be careful. You guys want to check out other YouTube mores? Go right ahead. I'm telling you to be careful. This is this example that I'm going to show you. And again, I say, I'm not trying to bring this guy up to try to, look at him. He's way off in left field. He sounds cool. He'll get the masses because everybody got itchy ears, but he's leading them to the hot volcano. He's leading them on a road that they become adversaries to the Most High. Because of Exodus 22, he says, if anybody sacrifice to any other God save me, not me, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you're going to be prescribed. That's what he says. And some of you guys are simple-minded, one-dimensional thinkers. Well, I haven't sacrificed a goat, a cow, a calf, a pigeon, a turtle dove. No, nigga. Sacrifice of animals, of your time, of your resources, etc. The Most High, haven't you read in the scripture that he's a jealous creator? If you haven't read it yet, that shows where your level is at. He told us all throughout the scripture he's alone. And a whole bunch of things relating to being alone. And you niggas, you guys still haven't gotten the memo. Here at Hewan Island 2, I'm bringing the memo out, trying to tell you to be careful. In this perfect example, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to talk after. I'm going to let it run. It's only going to go for like 6 minutes, so it's not long. And then I'm going to do my tiny commentary and let you get off to your weekend. But I want you to remember this. Because you guys, like I gave you the example, me swimming in Mexico, going way out deep, with no life jacket, and the undercurrent took me away. I wanted to see how far I can go to my water with my nose, and then undercurrent started taking me out, scared to death. And I quickly prayed in my mind for him to save me. Guys, go in deep water when you go into these teachers that are the wolf in sheep clothing. And you don't even know that they're the wolf in sheep clothing because you don't know your history and law book good. That's the problem. You don't know it. You don't study. You don't read that much. You just surf the Hebrew Israelite manosphere, Hebrew fear, and that's enough. And then you surf over and trying something new, and you kind of got itchy ears. You don't realize it, and it sounds good from the limited knowledge that you have. And then you start watching them, listening to them, and this that, and you start having an affinity to them. And then when they present that crazy notion, thought, narrative, you go along with it because now you like it. And then since you're Hebrew, you didn't even reach Hebrew 101, you're gonna get swept up like me in the current and almost get yourself killed or exiled from the Most High, exiled from the new kingdom. Here at Hebrew on the island too. I'm trying to prevent you from that. Stop reading all those other books. You don't have this book down pat. And I know all I have to do is ask you a couple questions. Biblically, vesicle, no. I just have to ask you 4 or 5 questions, and most of the people in the world will fail it instantly. And that just shows you don't have a broad knowledge of your history and law book. So if you don't have the broad knowledge of your history and law book, you don't need to be surfing the Hebrew Israelite wave, manosphere, trying to find, this teacher's boring. Let me go to this teacher. Yeah, he's going to put seduction in your ear. Abominable seduction in your ear, and you won't even know it, and you'll go right along with it and become the enemy of the Most High, the adversary of the Most High. It's a perfect example, and I will let you see it, and then I will narrate it and show you if you don't pick it up. That's the thing. Let me see you guys, PM Johnson, Shark Tank, Young King, Biblically Vesicle, Rasta Hill, and King David. I'm going to play this 6-minute clip. Tell me what is off in it. Tell me what's off in it. And then I'll give you my commentary and I'll bring it to a close. And again, let me put fair use. I'm using this little clip that's not mine, from somebody else, for critique, commentary. That's all. And again, I'm not even trying to put the guy on full blast or try to say, oh, I'm better than him. No, this is just a perfect example that you got to be careful. If you know something works, stay with it. Work with it. When you try to explore and do different things without full research and investigation, it can lead you down the wrong path to destruction. And I'm just trying to prevent that. Fair use, fair use. Listen up. And somebody type in, or whoever thinks they got it, type in what you think is off here. Is it off big time? Is it off a little time? Is it off or nothing? And let me tell you, this is not even the worst. I'll be honest with you, it's not the worst example because he has worse examples amongst his thousands of videos that you won't see. You'll see all the other ones that you can say, yeah, I could jive with that. That's true. But he got some falsehood in there. And it's in between the blankets, it's under the mattress, it's under the rug. And that's how you're going to be swept away in the current. Like I almost got swept away in Mexico. And I'm trying to prevent that. Let me see, put your Hebrew thinking caps on, and let's see. Like, I forgot where the other ones are. They're worse. But I'm not trying to point him out. And this is somebody that says they're Torah and Tanakh only. And the Most High only. See if you can pick it up. Here we go. Fair use.
And don't be afraid sometimes my noggin to recalibrate, man. Sometimes the noggin need to refresh and recalibrate. And I'm coming off a mean recalibration. You ain't gonna recalibrate when you want to recalibrate. Sometimes you're just gonna have to surf that wave. You know, when the wild's letting you know, like, You got a million things to do. You got deadlines. You got all these things, but Hawaii got the vision. Hawaii got the plan. Hawaii got the flow. You you think it's your flow, right? You think you driving the car. You got picked up and everything, and now you think you driving the car. Wasn't you just on the ground getting picked up, put on your feet, taught how to walk again, how to run again, how to jump, how to climb? Now you learning how to fly, but you think you the pilot? You better go visit Pilot Mountain. Go check on Noah's Ark, man. Talk to North Carolina, Mount Ararat, man. You know, I'm saying too much. I'm saying too much. How can we do it for Nagamville, man? Huh? Where a con could be a con, have a conversation, man. Just look forward to us recalibrating, getting caught up. Soul Bone Podcast is dropping in hot. I got Yosef the Reels album hot off the hot off the press. You know what I'm saying? I've been repressing, man. Just marinating with it myself, man. So I'm gonna share it with the tribe, share it with the world, man. The waters of Yosef the Real. Ma Jigga, man. Shout out to Ma Jigga, man. Got his new album dropping, man. Tribal music, tribal mafia's popping off, man. We got new joints that I got to release from Tribal Mafia, man. You know what I'm saying? So look out for that. And yeah, been talking to Ma about, doing a Con Drop solo project, man. So I need some beats. Man. I think it's time to drop a solo, just from the hard bone. Just from my hard bone to yours, man. Just talk to y'all, man, with some dope beats, man. All in 432, and just talk about the investigation and talk about what it do. Man. I think that'll be dope. We got a book, writing a book, man. So I've been away kind of doing that too, man. Just back on my pen, man. I love, just being able to create and put the dialogue together, man, and just make it something that can lift us for a long time. I don't want to create something that's gonna be here and then gone the next minute, man. I want to create something that's gonna be here with you, my nigga, for a long time. You know what I mean? Something that you can have and give as a gift, like a time capsule. If we write a movie, our movie gonna be like a time capsule of drop. You know what I'm saying? Just watch this, man. You'll be popping off. You know what I'm saying? So look out for Nagamville. You know what I mean? Nagamville's popping off, man. Nagamville film, Nagamville TV, man. And just, you know what I'm saying? Just Nagamville in terms of our land. Just, for the Nagas that's securing land, man, that's Nagamville, man. Blue, purple, red, you in code. Once you in code, you can talk about these things, man. You can just really start popping off, man, because you got purpose. Your purpose, man, is your motivation, it's your intention. We do MHOE, we're gonna take our time and do it right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna raise funds so we can get the right fabrics, right? Because we want the fabrics that's like 5,000, like that linen, the wool. I mean, even if we do 100% pure copper, we gotta make sure it's pure copper. We gotta get that hemp material. So look out for most out for everything MHOE. You know what I mean? Nagamville, Mem Sauce popping off, man. Yosef the Real, the Cons are dropping music, full albums, just lifting up the tribe in that 432 hertz frequency. Tune in to 432 thedrop.com. We got updates coming in hot. A lot of changes, man. A lot of recalibration. But y'all been so patient, and we here. Just know we here. We getting our land right, man. Hey, after all my con supporting Joy World, my naga, I mean, we're able to continue our fence building and just never stop. This is stuff that's never gonna stop. Sometimes we gotta, take a step and recalibrate, but we ain't never stopping what we're building, man. So we're building with Joy World, and y'all building with us for Nagamville, you know what I'm saying? And we're building for MHOE, most times for everything on Noggin. And we KTC, and we dripping in that Mem sauce. Mem is that water. The Mem is, that's that moving water. It can be chaos or it can be smooth. It's up to you. It's up to what you do, man. You got to keep the code, man. Mama could come at you chaotic if she want to. Mama is wisdom. Mama is understanding. Mama is power. Just read Proverbs chapter 8. And then read Proverbs chapter 4 and see what King Solomon is praying for. He wants wisdom. He wants understanding. He wants mama. Because mama says in Proverbs 8, I am understanding. Don't be no fool, man. You better extol her, like Proverbs chapter 4 say. Extol her. Wisdom lifts up her voice. Wisdom is her voice. That's your mama, man. So once you're back in code, you see clearly, like every breath, is mama. And when you exhale, wah, that's that strength, that's that security, that's that wah in the Hebrew, that's the fifth and the sixth letter. That's hijack free, my naga. That's Picto-Paleo Hebrew. Ha-wah is Picto-Paleo Hebrew. Breath, security. You don't got no breath without security. What's breath if you ain't secure? And what's security if you ain't got no breath? So you need them together. Wow. Your inhale is feminine, exhale masculine. Wow. That's your frame of shape. That's your mother, father. Every breath is wow. Really, the ha is like an inhale. Wow. That's all created. That's existence. To exist is to have a secure breath. By now, we're talking Naga. To exist is to have a secure breath. To exist is to have a wah. Say it with me. Wah. A loud wah.
Okay, listen. This is real simple. This is real simple. This is real simple for anybody who's actually studying. I already told you so many times, Danny and Judah, watch what you miss, Tavex. It's a perfect example why you need to be careful. I gave everybody else an example when I came into this room. What I told them was, I said, when I went on a trip to Mexico a long time ago, I wanted to go walk as far out that I can and see how far I can stand on my tippy toes and still the water won't be over my head. I walked all the way out, all the way up to like maybe my nose. I was on my tippy toes, and I thought it was okay. I was trying it out. And then what happened was an undercurrent started taking me out, and it would have drowned me because I couldn't swim that good. I didn't have a life jacket on, and I had to pray to create it very quickly. Most High, I did something very stupid. I shouldn't have tried this when I was safe already on land or in knee-deep water. But I had to try and go over here and go there and go way out there, and it almost killed me. I'm making this video. This is why perfect example why you need to be careful. That guy that I just showed, I'm not even trying to get at him or whatever, but it's just a perfect example. And he has worse examples. This is light. This crazy Hebrew guy's light work when he's talking about mama. He said, yes, there is a mama. He says, yes, just like you have a wife or a girlfriend, the Most High has one. But guess what? If you guys are not thorough, you're not thorough. And he's Torah Israelite, Torah Tanakh Israelite. That's why I say, watch what you watch. I'm not trying to keep you guys here with me. Go wherever you want. My channel is to get people to gain wisdom and walk in righteousness. You follow me? You ain't following me anyway. What these downloads I'm getting is from the Most High. And whatever you do in your life is coming from the Most High because he controls everything in your life. Point blank, period. So I'm telling you because I'm a shepherd and I strive to be a good shepherd, a good Kohelah, teacher, preacher of the book of wisdom, which this is the book of wisdom. And I already know that there's teachers that are just like sheep, but in wolf's clothing. And maybe they don't even know it because the Most High hasn't chosen them. And he probably made them to lead a whole bunch of people away. Because when you read Isaiah 63, the Israelites are saying, Most High, why are you pulling us away from you? Why are you pushing us away from you? In Isaiah chapter 6, he tells the prophet, go in that city and dull the minds of those people. He said, how many? He said, oh, like all of them. Just go dull them. He said, but for how long? He said, until almost all of them are gone. Read it in Isaiah 6. He hasn't chosen everybody. He's what? Proverbs 16, he said, I made everything for myself, even the wicked for the day of evil. That's wicked. Telling people that there's somebody else. He's saying that there's only one, but he's still saying you need the feminine and the masculine. You need the male and the female, and that's the Most High. That's what he's saying. He said it more clearly in those videos that I heard earlier. I'm not keeping track of him. I'm not keeping a notebook on him, whatever. I heard it. I know it. And I sent him something on it, and now he don't like me because the truth is uncomfortable. But you as my subscribers and you who will listen, it's my job to tell you. And just like Danny Armstead, is undivided loyalty to the Most High. He's pretending that he has undivided loyalty, but throughout his videos, and the thing is, a lot of you guys are not concise. You're not thorough. You only, oh yeah, I heard this one video for 20 minutes. I heard 3 other videos for 4 minutes. This guy's good, I'm going with him. No, nigga, it's not like that. Investigate, investigate, uncover, listen, look by the actions, and then you find out. I've been on 4 years. You haven't heard me talk about no mama, no JC, no anything except the Most High. The one found in Exodus 3:14 who told Moses, tell Pharaoh, I am that I am, and correct Shark Tank. There's no Batman and Robin duo. And he just did it again. You just think it's maybe one time because I'm showing this little sample to you. He has worse examples of it throughout his 1,000 videos that you're not going to watch. So you'll just watch those good ones that you think that are good, but the other ones are mentioning mama. And what you don't understand is he's combining the two, saying that they're one. That's like calling the creator Baphomet. You know, he's androgynous. He got titties of a woman, a penis of a man, hooves of cows and horns of bulls. Breathe it in. That's your wisdom. That's your breath. And breathe it out. Whatever. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, what's up? And some of you guys, since you're so into R&B and rap, that's cool. What up, Dick? The dreadlocks. What's up, nigga? Yeah, he's cool. He said, keep the commandments. But you're leaving out. See this light? That's the light by the pool table. That's why I moved from the pool table over here so that it wouldn't blur this the whole video. Because when I set up over there where I usually set up, the glare is too much. You ain't gonna see good. So that's why I moved. Anyway, listen. He's talking about an androgynous God, even though he's saying he's talking about this one here, but nah. You got to remember precept upon precept. And remember this always, Amos 3:7. The Most High does nothing without revealing it to his prophets. That's one of my plumb lines that I use. You use it. I'm sharing it with you. What major or minor prophet told you anything about a mama? That there's two. There's the breath in and there's the breath out, and they're one. What major and minor prophet told you that? And what I'm going to tell you is, if not one prophet is ever speaking about a mama and papa, you need to leave those people. And he got a lot more subscribers than me. I may be reaching 1,000 and 2 or 3 more subscribers. I still haven't reached 1,000 in 4 years. The remnant is small. The ones who's going to serve Most High with undivided loyalty is small. 600,000 left Egypt and only 70 went. And I was still waiting. Somebody that's good at math, tell me what the percentage of 600,000 subtract 70 is. What's the ratio? I know it's way less than 1%. So they're not going to believe the way we believe. They're not going to see the scriptures like we see it. That's why they'll say mama, but they're going to say, oh, we just keep the law. But the actions is one of the main things. Commandment 1, have no other God before me. Commandment 2, don't make any graven images in the heavens, in the earth, under the sea. Commandment 3, don't take the name of the Most High in vain. They can't even get out of the first 3 commandments. They're just like regular Christians. The majority is the people of the earth. It is what it is. Oh, he thinks he's smart. He thinks, no, I'm just the truth hurts. I'm just telling you the truth. Tell me what I'm telling you that's not in alignment here. Tell me if I'm being mean, picking on him. Tell me. I'll wait. Somebody write it in there. It is what it is. And you guys need to be careful. This is the perfect example. He got maybe 15, 20, 30,000 subscribers. And they love this guy. They won't like me. I'm not surprised. They don't know I exist. But it's a purpose. It's a purpose and a time for everything. Most High is not opening the ears of many people. He does everything the same. I study Solomon's writings. That's my new endeavor, to really study it. I want to know it like the stuff that I know now. I want to know it on that level. And it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm going to do it with the Most High's power. And I can tell you, everything that was, been, has, is now. What will be has already been. 600,000 left Egypt, and only 70 made it in the promised land. Well, how many people are in the earth? How many Israelites going to make it into the new kingdom? It's the same thing. That's what a lot of you guys don't realize. That's why they'll listen to me and say, he's wicked, that Hebrew guy on the island. He's a wicked guy. He ain't guy with dread, he ain't saying nothing wrong. 432, he ain't saying nothing wrong. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of. No, you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. You can't see it. I'm your mirror, and you refuse to see what's in the mirror. It is what it is. What prophet told you that to give exaltation, to lift up a mama? Who? I'm waiting. Somebody tell me what verse, chapter, and I'll go look. But what I do know, in Isaiah 42, the major prophet, it says, Most High said, I don't give my glory to no one. I don't share my glory or praise with no one. But I hear about a papa and a mama. And you need to acknowledge mama. You need mama. Now, what I'm going to tell you this is what some people don't realize, because, everybody's not at the same level. People don't realize in our history and law book, there is a lot of allegories, metaphors, and motifs. If you don't know what they are, look them up. Those are just associations. Something like examples to give you an example of something else. Or, to relate in some type of way. Those are allegories, metaphors, and motifs. What this guy fails to tell the people, that his people don't realize, is that when you read in Proverbs 8, and I'll read it for you right now, in Proverbs 8, in the Tanakh, it says, Proverbs 8, chapter 11, verse 11, chapter 8, verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies. No goods can equal her. And what he's doing is saying, hey, read it, it's there. But the people don't realize that that's an allegory, a metaphor, a motif. Think about it. Ezekiel 34:31. The flock of the Most High is men. When you read Proverbs 8 in that chapter, it tells you the Most High says, hold on, I got to close the windows. They're fumigating, and I don't want that nasty chemicals in my apartment. Hold on. Sorry, I had to close the windows. Some of that nasty chemical to kill the mosquitoes here. I live around a lot of bugs and things because there's a lot of palm trees and stuff. Anyway, listen. Those are metaphor, allegories, and motifs. That Proverbs 8:11, her, is just describing it. Think about it. The scripture, there's order. There's Most High, men, women, and children. He says in Ezekiel 34:31, he said, the flock of the Most High is men. When you read Proverbs 8, I don't know what verse it is, but it's in Proverbs 8. Most High says, I call unto man, my voice is to the Son of Man. So guess what? What does men like? Solomon's the wisest man. He doesn't want you to forget this important thing that he wants you to attain to, try to seek out, which is the wisdom of the Most High, which is the scripture. It's not an entity. It's something that the Most High made. He made everything. He made air, water, food, people, animals, elements, knowledge. Wisdom is just knowledge. It's not an entity. So what Solomon does is says, he's saying, well, I got to get these people to associate wisdom, to show them how important it is. So you know what? Men love women. women are important to men. So wisdom, I'm going to call it her. He's just giving an allegory, a metaphor, so that you can connect to that in a deeper way. That's all that is. You know, a guy that has a boat, he buys a boat, and what does he name it? He names it Matilda or Esther. You have a car, yeah, this is Betsy. Something to relate, because Betsy, his girl or the girl he liked, may be something that he likes. So he likes his car. He likes that girl a lot. I'm going to call her Betsy. That's all it is. But what he did is he said, oh, it's a her. I'm going to say that this is another entity. But it's really one. And the Most High is like Baphomet. He didn't say actual Baphomet. I'm just giving you an example of Baphomet. Got titties and got titties and it got penis. It's androgynous. It got things. It's the yin and the yang, the male and the female. Nah, nigga, don't bring that new universalism here into our holy book. I don't know about you, but guess what? I don't know about you, but I keep reading in the law and the prophets and the other writings that he's alone. I have not once read from a major or minor prophet that there's a mama and that the creator has a wifey. Just like you. He has a wifey. He ain't alone. She's wisdom. She's the wisdom aspect of him. Nah, he says he's alone. You don't give his glory to no one. And since Amos 3:7, the Most High does nothing without revealing it to his prophets, why the hell are you mentioning a mama in a powerful way? I gave you a weak example because this is the one he just made yesterday. But he's made some in the past that are really, yeah, there is a mama. Most High got a wife or a woman. And it's wisdom. They work hand in hand. I know. I research. But the problem is you don't. And you guys can get swept away in the undercurrent like I did in Mexico. Almost got killed. Testing the water, I'm telling you to be careful. All that glitters is not gold. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. And you can get lulled to sleep because he's reading this out of this. But he's saying something else out of the other side of his mouth, sneakily every once in a while, so that you won't be alerted and whatever. And then since you like him and and the Scooby Doo, I say that because he's like jazzy and the cool and the music and Most High over everything. You guys are gonna go right down into the stream and get right into the current. And then when he throws that mom in there, you're gonna say, well, everything else he said was good. I'm going with it. This is why I'm making this video. Be careful. I told you this many times already. Be careful. Most High said he's alone. Number one, a major prophet in 1 Samuel chapter 7 says, if you're going to return back to the Most High, you return back to the Most High with your whole heart, put away the strange God and serve him alone. But you don't listen to the prophets. You don't really go by that. Deuteronomy 32, he says, I guided Israel alone. I guided Israel alone in the wilderness. There's no strange God with me. But I thought you said him and mama's together doing everything, nigga. Listen, nigga, read the scriptures. That's your problem. Deuteronomy 32, he said, I am he. There's no God with me. I kill, I make alive, wound, and I heal. None can be delivered from my hand. He just said there's a mama. She's important. Somebody you need to extol. But that's not what the law says. Isaiah 43 says, I chose, not me and mama, I chose to blot out your transgression for my sake. Beside me, there's no Savior. He said, but in order to live, you need your breath. Oh, so you got something else that's going to help you to live. And only when you truly live is when you fear the Most High and keep his commandments. It doesn't say when you truly live in Deuteronomy 30, you need to fear the Most High, love your breath of the wisdom, and you need to, and that. Yeah, he tells you to get wisdom. Wisdom is just a part of creation, a part of knowledge creation. It's not a separate entity. It's not a Batman and Robin thing. And he has said this many times on his channel. And since you guys are not thorough, you're not going to hear it. You're going to hear all the other stuff that, yes, you can agree with. And then when he slips that in 40 videos later, and you're going to like the jazzy beats and the Hebrew music and whatever, and you're going to say, Mama, and you're going to be swept away in the current. This is a video so you don't get swept away in the current. He says in Isaiah 46, I am God and there's none else. I am divine and there's none like me. I know the ending from the beginning. I know what is to come, and all my plans will be fulfilled. Where do you hear mama in there? You don't. Hosea chapter 13 said, I was your only God in Egypt. I have been your only helper, and I'm the one that guided you in the wilderness. In Hosea chapter 13, it doesn't say there was a mama, the breath of wisdom. It doesn't say it. Stop. Deuteronomy 4, do not add or take away to the scriptures. I told you what that is to her. Betsy, my car is so reliable. Betsy's not a real person. It's just an allegory to associate the love of his car with something else he loves. He loves women. That's what Solomon is doing. He knows men. My voice is to man. I call unto man. My voice is to the Son of Man. Well, he's just associating with an allegory, a motif, or a metaphor. What men like. Men, what do men like? They like women first, I'm going to say. They like to make money. They like to live in a good place, have a nice car, switch houses, go on vacation, whatever they like to do. But that's basically what they like. So he's just making a correlation. Something that men like a lot, and he's going to name wisdom after it so you don't forget it. And then you see the importance of it, because women are important in men's lives to a degree. That's just what it is. Whether you want to take it or not, that's what it is. So this is why I told you, let me see, make sure I'm telling you everything that I wanted to tell you with this, and then we'll bring it to a close. Where's my piece of paper? Hold on. Okay, here's my piece. I want to make sure I want to tell you everything. Zechariah 14. He said, Zechariah 14, let me see what it says. The Lord is the king of the earth, and that day there'll be one Lord with one name. Do you hear any mama in that? Any Batman and Robin duo? No, I don't think so. Hold on. I think I covered everything. Okay, I think I covered everything. In my notes. Exodus 22. Exodus 22. If anybody sacrifices to any other god, and I'm paraphrasing, to the Creator, the Lord, the one in Exodus 3:14, who told Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go to worship me. And my name forever is I am that I am, I will be. Ahie, Asher, Ahie. And whichever way you say it, okay, let's don't get caught up in that. The Lord says, I am that I am, I will be. And the Tanakh is the closest thing to the actual Hebrew. We're reading out of the Tanakh. So Most High knows all the languages. You don't have to get hung up on that, because when you read Zephaniah 3 in the Minor Prophet, it says in that day. It's not this day. In that day, Most High is going to restore to us a pure tongue and a pure speech so we can invoke his name the right way. So, I know you're saying Ahie, Asher, Ahie. That's probably modern Hebrew with the Yiddish and all that. Nigga, you don't even know it yet, right? And you can say, oh, I learned how you say it, the lark, so I don't know how you say it, the actual Hebrew or whatever. You're not 100% sure. But the Most High does know what you're thinking. He knows your motives. So you don't have to worry about that. And there's mercy. And I say it all the time. Most High, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying Exodus 3:14. And he ain't getting it twisted because he knows everything. He created everything. So that's what I want to share with you today. Be careful. And I've told you this a lot of times already. All right, let's go into it. And whoever came in late, watch. See, I tell you that's why I moved. All this sun glare was over there. That's why I moved to this section. I'm trying to get where there's no sun glare at. Maybe right here. Nah, there's sun glare everywhere. Let me move on to the other side. I'm only gonna talk a few more seconds. See, I had to move. I move it like a clock. I had to get away from the sun glare. You can see it'll be in this section in a few minutes. But anyway, listen. Let me see what you wrote. Hopefully this was edifying to you guys. Hopefully this was edifying to you guys. PM Johnson, always a pleasure to have you in. Shark Tank, always a pleasure to have you in. Young King Todd Vex, great to have you in. Biblically Vestigo, great to have you in. King David 144, great to have you in. Judah Samuel, great to have you in. Rasta Hill, great to have you in. Shark Tank, great to have you in. Danny Armstead, great to have you in. I think that's all we got. Judah Israel, I think I said that. And let me read now, start reading some of these comments because what you write is very important to me. The drop. Yep, that's what it is. God is a woman. The book of Job, or they want to say he's both. Because, these are simps that they want the women on their channel to say, hey, this guy is good. I like him. And then he'll send him a text, yo, you want to date me or whatever? Because now you like me. Some of you sneaky diggers. Me, I don't care if you don't like me. I have a woman and a concubine woman, and if she left, I'll get another one. I don't get crazy with that shit. The book of Job tells you he's the breath of life. That's why they don't read great thing, Judah Samuel. But what he says, and you find it. I'm not gonna find it because I'm not. Ooh, let me find everything that Drop said or whatever, because I'm not dealing with that. Because I got to deal with this. I got to deal with this tonight. I already heard tomfoolery over there already. It's sneaky tomfoolery, and a lot of you guys are going to get caught up in that tomfoolery because you're surfing the Hebrew Israelite genre. If it's not broken, don't fix it. You're going to be like me, going to go way out in the water in the Mexican Ocean, not the Mexican, in the Atlantic, and the undercurrent is going to take you away. I made this video so that the current won't take you away and that you won't violate Exodus 22 and be proscribed. That means destroyed. Most High is not a man, mama. Correct. And listen, but when you read Exodus 15:3 in the KJV, it says the Most High is a man of war. But when you read the Tanakh, it doesn't say that. It says the Lord, the warrior, the Lord is his name. That's why I tell you guys to stay with the Tanakh, because you got different stuff in that KJV, and then in certain parts they try to lift JC up, which try to make him the son of the creator, and he's not. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. So you got to be careful. That's why what I'm instructing you to do, read the Tanakh. Put away all those other books. Get that down in your mind. The Torah, the Nevi'im. What am I saying wrong to you? How am I misleading you? Somebody tell me. You can get confused. Book of Enoch. How they got a book of Enoch this thick? Show me the papyruses and manuscripts that's going to fill a book up this much. If you got one little papyrus about this small, how do you get a 200, 300-page book? Listen, guys, I've been in this for a while now. I'm not giving you bad information, but you do what you do. At the end of the day, Ezekiel chapter 14, though Job, Daniel, Noah was in there to save themselves by their own righteousness. He tells me Ezekiel 3 to warn you guys. And that's what I'm doing, is warning you. My videos are my notes are my videos, which are warnings to tell you how to approach the Most High. You can't do it any way you want. Especially don't add anybody. Strive for purity, unity, and undivided loyalty. Great. Danny Armstead, Shark Tank. The Most High I only know. Batman and Robin, no Starsky and Hutch just won. Correct. Shark Tank. You know, and if you hear his other videos, he's talking about mama a lot, like Batman and Robin and Starsky and Hutch. He is. I'm not trying to be mean. It is what it is. The truth hurts. The truth is uncomfortable. But he's Torah and Tanakh. That's why I'm telling you to be careful, Israelites. I meant to say it is only the Most High. No Batman and Robin and Starsky. Correct. I know exactly what you mean. Judah Samuel, yes, you're describing JCAK, the Baphomet. It tells you in the Revelation chapter 1 that has female breasts. Mama, whatever. Sorry for saying that, but he's saying that it's Mama and Papa, and they're one. It's demonic in his Scooby Doo and long braids and yeah, they don't be fooled, niggas. My dear brother Isaiah said, look to Sarah, your mother. Yeah, for worldly instruction, not to biblical instructions. No. It's no two. It's the same thing. Isaiah 51:2. Yes, he sounds like he's chanting, confused. We all know that the Creator does not share his glory. No, Isaiah 40, listen, it's very simple. Amos 3:7. He says he does nothing without revealing it to his prophets. It's your job to find out who's the major and minor prophets. I already know. I read all of them many times. And not once I heard about a breath. I heard about wisdom. Wisdom is just knowledge in the earth. It's a tool to use. Stop making it more. Stop making it yin yang, the feminine and the masculine. Who said that? That can be validated. That's a prophet. None. In the story, court is adjourned. Nowhere an Israelite women got punished for worshiping the Queen of Heaven. Listen, it's the same stuff. Remember, Solomon said, I'm studying Solomon like real deep. It's not new under the sun. What has been is now. They still doing what they did, just got different names in different places. That's all. Isaiah 51:2. I do not share my glory with no one. It's idols. Psalm 96. All the gods of the nations are idols, but the Most High made the heavens. It doesn't say the Most High and Mama made the heavens, or the Most High made the heaven, and he got his chick, the Mama, who's called Wisdom, with him everywhere he goes, smacking her ass, getting busy with her at night, telling her to make food, telling her to give her some of her paycheck so they can have the pay the bills together. Nah, it doesn't say that. Stop adding. They are an example to us. This is why the Most High said, look at Abraham and unto Sarah as an example. Correct. And if you looked at Abraham and Sarah as an example, she called Abraham Lord, not the Lord H3068. Listen, you're talking to a guy that's read. That's the Hebrew, H3068, capital Lord, Lord. That is the power. That's the creator. Never associated with H113. That's lowercase Lord. That means master. That's what King David's people were calling him Lord, but lowercase H113. Master. How you doing? Like your boss, your commander general. But that's not the creator. H3068, capital Lord. H113, lowercase Lords. Two different. Wisdom is holy. That is his witness of creation. When the creator said, let us make man in our image, he was speaking to the Holy Spirit wisdom that he breathed out of his mouth. It's creation. Everything outside of the Most High is creation. And you don't worship creation. That was the problem from the beginning. Queen of Heaven, Baphomet, Baal, this, Ashereth, but creations, whether good or evil. Proverbs 26, Proverbs 2:6. For the Lord giveth wisdom out of his mouth, cometh knowledge. Simple. He give his wisdom out of his mouth. It ain't a separate entity, as that guy just said. And believe you me, if I was trying to get at him, I would give you the other ones where he actually saying it. Yo, the Most High does have a wife, a woman, just like you. What are you talking about? Everything is an example of him. And you got a wife and woman. And you go into the movies with her, smacking her booty. And nah, nigga. Therefore, beware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting, for there is no word so secret that shall go for naught in the mouth that believeth slayeth the soul. Correct. And again, like I said, if I was trying to really get at this guy, it's just that's why I say this is a perfect example of idolatry, of witchcraft, covered in the Tanakh words by somebody that's not doing the right thing. It's just, it is what it is. You must leave the Messianic text alone, my dear brother. The Most High says, seek the ancient path. The Septuagint is Greek. We spoke about that already. My brother, if you want to read that, go read it. That's enough I'm going to say about that. And I mentioned that already. Hebrews don't speak the Greek language. Yes, of course, some Hebrews who lived in Greece or wanted to be like the Greece or the Romans, they're going to speak Italian and Greek and all that stuff like that. No, I'm staying with the Hebrew. The Septuagint text, no, it's Greek. Anyway, and if you want to read the Greek, go right ahead, my brother. You don't got a dog in the fight. You know, listen, I've been in this game a long time. You know, it is what it is. Like, listen, I have this thing. You know, I used to box a little bit, not professionally, but I used to help train in boxing schools, gyms, and I boxed here for 3 years until I had a couple accidents and stuff. And not with boxing, with motorcycle accidents and stuff. I had to stop. But I still saddle box a little bit so I don't forget my techniques and stuff like that. You know how you are a good boxer is knowing the fundamentals, knowing a trick combination. You know, those are cool. But if you don't got your fundamentals, you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna get out punched, out pointed, embarrassed, etc., etc. You know, I'll be honest with you. I just have to say to the world like 5 questions. And believe you me, they are basement questions. They are Hebrew 101 questions. And I think biblically Vestico could attest to it because I asked him that on a chat. And most of the people are not going to be able to do it. And guess what? If you don't know the fundamentals, throwing in a little bit here and there is not it. I study the fundamentals. That's why you don't see me in the Apocrypha. Because I know that there's errors in the Apocrypha that are bad. That since the rest of the people don't really read thoroughly, they don't have good comprehension, they're not going to see it. It is what it is. And I'll leave it there. They say Enoch wasn't Ethiopian, though. What Ethiopian got to do with Israel? Yeah, listen, like, anyway. Whatever it said about Enoch in Genesis, I agree with that. Those books, where's the papyrus? Listen, anyway, let me. March on, soldier. I guess you got your orders. That's what I can say. March on, soldiers. Whatever comes to your mind, the Most High's putting it in your mind, and you go in that direction. I'm not trying to stop anybody. I'm not trying to deter anybody to go off to a different way. I'm just teaching what is in the Tanakh. That is all. Everything in creation is the yin yang, male, female, hot and cold, like I said. For his creation, not the Most High. I never said worship her. Anyway, I'm not getting into the scripture. Judah, Samuel, if you want to believe the way you want to believe it. But here at Hebrew on the Island too, we don't go with that. If somebody wants to read the Septuagint, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you. But you or nobody's going to make me read that because I already know it's Greek. Where in the scripture does it say that the Hebrew Israelites are Greek people and speaking Greek languages? So why would I go to an enemy and want to adopt anything. And then I'm here in the Spanish country. A lot of the English words don't translate to Spanish words, and Spanish words they don't translate into this. So why I'm gonna learn some type of English type of Spanish here in a Spanish speaking country? So why I'm gonna try to strive to be as close to the law with a Greek translation? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It can make sense to you, and you can do it. I'm not stopping you. But here at Hebrew Island too, and since I'm the co-health, the teacher in this channel, I don't advise none of my people to use the Septuagint or the KJV or whatever. I'm not saying you can't look at it and read it. You could if you want. But to base your teaching and your learning on, stay in the Tanakh, the Hebrew version. Anyway, I'm not talking about that enough on that issue. Whatever, Samuel, or whatever. Believe you me, I don't want to ask you these 5 questions because I know it's going to end up bad. So, and the only way I would ask you the 5 questions is, like, if you're clout chasing, you try to get people to go on your channel. If they want to go, guess what? I'm not stopping them for go. Judah, Samuel says go. Listen to him. Go. He doesn't care. I don't care. But you're clout chasing. Septuagint, these are alarm offs in my brain. Septuagint, you're talking about her and all this other stuff. Listen, do what you have to do. Ross said, nah, I'm saying that's what Hebrew Israelites, the book of Enoch. That's what Messianic Hebrews Israelites say. Listen, and remember, listen, you could be in this room, but if you're going to start being a distraction, what I tell all the people, and I think I got to give PM, I don't know why it's not letting me. Maybe I gave out too many wrenches. And Judah, Samuel, I think I may have to take your wrench from you. Because I could see, I don't want to. I'm trying to look where stand in mind. Okay, here it is right here. Okay. Okay, move. Okay, listen. I don't know how to do it right this second, but listen. What I'm going to tell you, the rest of the people outside of Judah, Samuel, if anybody is making a distraction, trying to, like I said, anybody can go watch anybody and what. I even tell you, go to the channel and what. That's you. But what I'm going to tell you is that they're coming in trying to do something crazy like the heathen Gentiles. You're supposed to wrench them. That's what you're supposed to do. And so far, it's not looking correct. So if anybody, and I say it anybody, I don't just say for Hebrews, because there could be professing Israelites saying something. They could be saying something crazy, wrench their ass right out. That's what I'm saying. All right, listen. Judah, yes, wrench his ass out. And he had to be wrenched before. I was just being nice to him. Because I think he's Samuel from before that I had to discontinue from. Hearing some of the crazy things he's saying. I think that's him. And then see, I don't even get at him. But now he's starting to get, their truths will come up. Their truths will come out after a while. Because the Most High is not going to let them sit amongst us and not show the kinks in their armor. They have to come out and say something crazy and do something crazy. They can't sit still for a long time. They must come out and say some blasphemous things. So anyway, good job, whoever did the wrenching. Good job. And now there's another one. Well, those other ones are just pure heathen Gentiles. Listen, Samuel, I don't know who exactly is he. He has an icon, but I don't know if he's an actual Hebrew Israelite or not. Maybe he is, but it doesn't matter. The Messianic Hebrews Are they out in left field or what? The camps and all these people. And I just showed you this guy. He's kind of trying to say, yes, there's mother, there's yin and yang. Listen, it's just a sneaky way to try to say yes. Be careful. This is what he's a perfect example why I made this video. And I don't want to prolong this anymore. You got the message. For you guys that came in late, watch this video again. I praise the Most High that he made an excellent video, because how did I know I was going to make a video like this? This is a new Yeshua Israel. Hebrew on the island too. Until next time. Let me read King David before I leave. He's trolling because it's a teacher. I know, read the same book way longer than him and said new people pushing that BS he's speaking, so I know he's lying. Listen, your works and your words expose you. You know, I got a soft heart for Israelites, whether they are in the truth or not. I try not to be so ruthless against them, but I know I gotta stand the ground. And when you see him in the room again, like I say to the heathens, if they're gonna stay in the room and play nice in the sandbox, is not a problem. But if you're gonna come in the room and be a distraction and say, oh, you're acting just like a regular heathen Gentile, and you're going to get rinsed out of it. I could have rinsed them. I was trying to be nice, but remember, I'm doing the lesson. You guys got the flaming rinse their asses right out, because they're trying to cause a distraction. And guess what? He's trying to pull you away so that you can start believing in mama and papa, in the yin and the yang. And I just was talking about it. This whole video is about that. So I'm glad you guys, your eyes are open, your ears are open to the truth of the scripture. This is a new Yeshua Israel. Hebrew on the island too. Until next time. And remember, if he comes in the room, any other video, let him stay. But if he's going to act up, wrench his ass right out of there very quick. When you box for the Most High, you win every round. Those who have ears, let them hear. And listen, P.M. Johnson, let me just tell you, I didn't want to embarrass him, because my heart still, I think he is a true Hebrew Israelite. But guess what? Zechariah 13, the Most High said 2/3 of the Israelites are going to be destroyed and 1/3 is going through the fire. So that means many more Israelites is going to be washed, grind into bone dust, because they got another God. They want to add another God on. They want to add another doctrine to what was said. Amos 3:7, the Most High says, I reveal everything to the prophets before I say it. He says nothing about a mama. Wisdom is just knowledge, nigga. Comes out of the mouth of the Most High. It's a creation. A bird is a creation, a rock is a creation, a mountain is creation, an ocean, a river is creation, a fish is a creation, a tiger is creation, and a book knowledge is creation, and knowledge is a creation of the one and only true living God. And he's found in Exodus 3:14, who told Moses to tell Pharaoh, I am that I am. Anybody saying anything else? Listen, I don't want you to believe me. What am I saying that's not coming out of that? What am I saying? Nothing outside of that, because I know you guys are smart, and I'm not trying to trick you, because I don't want to. I want to love my brother. That's the law.